Welcome back to Piss Pirates. It's so good to see nobody. I don't know, whatever. I don't know if people are here. It's fine. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna start with the panels, of course. Last episode, they did 3 chapters in one go. Pretty expected and pretty smart, in my opinion. 629. 2 entire pages were cut, as well as oh, there we go. As well as a lot of other, various speech bubbles and stuff like that. The 2 pages in particular, this whole side thing with like Sanji acknowledging that like the person that probably beat him up, the people that beat him up were Hody, and I mean he doesn't even go anywhere because he's like, oh, it's them connecting the dots, and then he doesn't even confirm it, so it doesn't really go anywhere. So fair enough to cut, I think. And then just a further page to demonstrate, I forget the guy's name, obviously. Who cares? The powers and yeah, more of them being like reacting to it. Who cares? A lot of reactions of people, of the characters being like, "Stop, you two! Stop fighting!" or whatever. A lot of the ghost stuff, well, not a lot, I guess, but specifically this stuff was cut down or kind of changed a little bit because the anime really embellished it, so it was kind of scrambled a little bit. But they basically like took out all the explanation of how he got these powers, which is a good joke, but fair to cut, I think. Again, more just reactions. A lot of the Hody dialogue here was cut. This particular panel was not cut. Like him kind of chewing the steroid very charismatically, but a lot of this stuff he's already said in the announcement and things like that. Fairly redundant information. Again, more of like, right after like Sanji has like this big kind of dramatic input about the plan, not about the plan, but like about the state of things. He kind of again like detracts, and he's like, "'Cause Kami and Shiroshi's here," because he makes this big, important speech and then kind of undercuts himself. So I think that was a fair cut. And yeah, a lot of the minions, Hody's goons, get a lot of cuts that like are just sort of like embellishing and trying to, I don't know, make them more important than they are, which they're not that much. 630. This whole page was cut, which is just more. It's just set up for this Zio guy, like the guy that can turn invisible. They just cut right to him being stomped, like right over here, getting stomped or whatever. I especially get it because the anime embellished this a lot. They kind of like took this as a way to fill out a lot of time. Not very compelling, to be honest, at all. And it really, and doing that kind of erodes the appeal of that character, I think. So honestly, I thought this was a good cut. They pretty much kept it to this guy's reaction to the squid, to the fire, and like him turning into a dried squid. And like that's the funny bit, that's the good bit. Not the whole thing of him like, going against his goons and like this squid like, sucking them dry. I don't know how, if it was able to be cut here, then it probably doesn't matter in the later bits. I don't know, but fair, honestly. It's not the funniest thing or whatever, or like him like, he gotta get like smashing up like dried squid. It's like, oh, he's flat or whatever, he's a dried squid snack now. Like, yeah, it's not as funny as him freaking out about his friend or whatever. A lot of this map stuff, like he cuts to the map multiple times in the chapter, and it's the same in the anime. They kind of make it a whole thing, and they cut pretty much every single instance of the map completely, which is fair because it's not like these particular locations make a difference. Like, oh, because this was closer to this, that makes that narratively happens or something. Like, there's no real reason to show the map in this instance, in my opinion. Yeah, again, a lot of like reactions from various side characters that don't matter, don't have a name or whatever. Again, these bubbles are from regular town people or whatever. So it's again very similar, easy to cut things. It's not like a lot of major it's not like they've had to skim any plot detail pretty much at all. And the interesting thing as well is we saw this in the episode that they went with what the anime did and revealed Hodi's white form when he transforms on the giraffe, instead of using it as a cliffhanger for the end of the episode, which in this instance for Log, it was not the end of the episode, it was the halfway point. So it was fair to not treat it as a cliffhanger. But like at the time, in the episode itself, that all of this adapts, there really isn't a whole lot. There's very little Straw Hats either, because it's really all just about this set of goons, which is fairly redundant, all things considered. So like so I think the original anime just decided to make the Hody reveal go into that episode and make it like the centerpiece of that episode in particular. But they cut a lot of his like reveal as that form or whatever, and they even like, because the water droplet is like a big thing in the next chapter where he does it against that guard, and yeah, like he does it twice, so they cut all that out. Anime original stuff, fair. But yeah, like this part, Daedalus is like so funny, but then like they cut the reactions to them say like whatever, who cares. And 631, not too much here was cut. I don't really have a particular reason why. I don't know what's up with that chapter. It's fairly scant. But yeah, more reactions. Kind of that shoulder trying to, like, we can see that. Maybe I'll turn. Yeah, it's not very. There's not much to this panel really. Like it's just reactions. More reactions. More reactions. Some little bit with some banter again with these side characters. Who cares? And yeah, it's really not that much that needed to be cut anyway. So yeah, I guess like once again, there's nothing that's like, oh my god, I can't believe they cut that. Oh no, there really isn't much there to that. Like it's all pretty straightforward, makes sense. That's what I would do if I had this task of adapting this section of the story. I think it's all great. Okay, on to pissing. Now, this next episode preview. Yep. Boom. So we're thinking it's doing 2 chapters. It's got a lot of, Shirahoshi being captured. Hody gloating. He attacks the princes and King Neptune. This part with Noah starting to move after Vanderdecken taps it. This little bit of her knowing that them cheering and stuff, and you don't see any Straw Hats. Them realizing that she knew, or the reaction that Hody killed Otohime, that he admits that. And then yeah, the Luffy help save my father. Right. And you don't see any Straw Hats. So I really do think it's just going to be these 2 chapters, 632 and 633. And I will also give it here at this point because I was spoiled to it, but like I'm okay. I'm okay with not being left in suspense here. They did release this image, which is the end of 633. This 2-page spread right here with some panels at the top. This is what I wanted. We won. We won so hard. This is kind of like the exact reason I wanted not like when I heard that this project was happening, I'm like, oh my god, maybe they'll fix this shot, which I would like to say that they have. I would like to say that is much cooler, and really gives that moment the impact that it deserves. That is what Oda was intending in the manga. Again, I totally understand the utility of what they were going for in the original here, where they decided to spend, before the to be continued, 12 seconds cutting to each of the Straw Hats in the full detail, in kind of the way that whatever, and then hits the line. But I hate the face. I fucking hate that face, to be honest with you. I think it's lame as fuck. Yeah, no, I don't think they landed this moment as much as the idea of building up the idea, especially like the call and response is the everybody being like, hey, did you like, are you going to destroy the island? Are you your saviors or whatever? That's like over here, and this, oh my god, this shot looks awful. I have to fucking tell you, that shot looks terrible. And look, I mean, I believe, I know people were worried that they're going to cut this part in terms of like, this is like a nod to Arlong Park Walk, because they're using Overtaken, and it's pretty cool. That is not a great shot of Zoro, if I'm going to be honest. This walk cycle looks kind of dumb. I'm not going to lie. That looks fucking awesome of Chopper, though. But it's not like fucking... Yeah, they have to fucking stand there. Like, it's not... It's not worth. But, like... I definitely think they could add some of this, and they'll probably... Maybe could add some Overtaken. We'll see if they go with that music track. I think that's the anticipation now, is like how they'll particularly handle it. I definitely think that they will cut this shot. They're just going to, like, I don't know what they'll specifically do, but like, oh god, like every shot of a character, of someone that's not a main character, like, I'm sick of looking at it. Like, it's so funny, like, at this point, knowing that like this is what the original anime does in terms of padding stuff out, because they can't, like, there's risk involved in doing that with the Straw Hats in case they say something wrong or whatever. But like, if it's a regular character, if it's an unnamed character who gives a shit, no one's gonna bat an eye. No one's gonna fault him for that. I just like that they fucking, look how long Usopp's arms are, huh? This friggin' sequence, dude. Because there's no this is all original. Look at this. Them talking like this is all original, and One Piece actually kept it. But I'm looking at the thing right now, and they do not have any dialogue. They do not have any... They should not needing to be talking at all here. And then, like... Yeah, they're walking over here. That's pretty cool. God. I think some of this is really nice. I do think, like, some of this could be kept. Especially when they're only doing 2 chapters. I honestly think it'll be fine. But this is just so ploddingly done, only for this moment to look like such ass. Like, I'm not, like, I get, like, zooming in on background characters is not like kind. It's just not kosher. It's like not fair, really. But man, it's just not it, dude. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. But I do think they'll build it up for something good. But like, they're not going to extend it out to, like, they have the plan, and then this sort of, like, we'll say it starts like right fucking here. That's honestly not that long. It's 1:39, but that is an eternity. In terms of like Fishman Island log, that's like a huge chunk when you only have 18 minutes or so. Let me see again. Let me double check that with the official number. Obviously, kind of within a little bit of reason, like within a few frames. But if they hit the to be continued like right here, and it usually is like a certain amount of frames, probably. There's probably some regulation to that. Let me see. $19.57 minus, I've done this math before, so I apologize. Let's say it's a 1920 because there's like 19 frames. So 1920. We're going to subtract the eye catch. Yeah. For minus, say, 15 seconds. So 1920 minus 15 seconds, you have 19 minutes 5 seconds. So a minute 40 of that, tough. You gotta narrow it down to a little bit. Yeah, I think they'll be able to skim that really well, but like flow it in a way that like, have their questions like, you're gonna destroy the island? Will you take over? Why did you take over the castle? Were you the kidnappers? Please answer. Is you a friend or a foe? And a friend or foe? Boom. You can decide that for yourselves. Boom. To be continued. That like snappy, Okay. Let's go into specifics of these two episodes. So this is 552, adapting chapter 632. Starts pretty immediately. For some reason, One Piece just kind of keeps it on. Fuck that frozen thing. No. Okay. Alright, they're flying. They encounter a balloon. And then there's a bit of extra dialogue and, the glue basically of, because he detects that it's just a decoy and they'll get trapped. So then One Piece just cuts right to the gate and then their reactions, and everybody, they're still caught. They're cheering. Oh my gosh. We don't even see what happens to them, which is probably canon to the manga. Let's see. Yeah, it pretty much cuts away. But you actually see the execution of what happens. He goes right towards it, and then they get caught. I would imagine the Fishman Island log will keep some of this. It probably won't be however long this sequence is. 31 seconds. It probably won't be that long, but it will be enough that you get the picture. Probably like up to there, like they get caught, and then cut back to over here. Then a lot of the kept content. This is a 30-second sequence. Hody talking, and it's kind of a visualization of it's a build-up, of the soldiers he's talking about. Like, I have a bunch of the inmates. I have 100,000 people on my side. But all of this is still built up, like over there. You'll get that. You don't really need a whole them coming in and everybody's reaction to everyone coming in. Like, oh boy, classic original. And a little flashback of and Hody saying that I guess Charlie's there as well, but she's already here. Like she's right there already, and they include that. So they basically go from here to here, and then pisses him off. And there's this let's see how long this is. 14-second moment where she kind of goes like, yep. So One Piece cuts all of that, but I would imagine that log is going to keep some of this if it's glue, but they're probably not going to make it like this long of him just standing there and just a little drop, like very dramatic. But they might just go like here, or they might just do the, Yeah, but I think I would imagine that they keep this in some capacity, probably speed it up a little bit. But then all these reactions. Another 8-second chunk of just, him just standing there, because this is where the eye catches. If you can see the marker here, that's where the halfway point of the episode is. So they're trying to drag this point out of like her getting shot, to get to the eye catch part. So they kind of drag their feet over here once again. And then this reaction from Shirahoshi, which might be in the next episode preview. Let me see. Not quite. It's not the one I was thinking of. Not really. Alright, so we're moving on. More-ish. This little bit. Again, like for some reason, like One Piece hates this shot. Every instance of this particular shot they've cut, they just go right to here. But it's probably the case with Log as well, because it's embellishing. And then this very long cut to black. Like, look at this. And very long cut to black there. There's a lot of, and I've been doing the syncing of remaster shots to original. There is a lot of techniques and transitions and speed of pans and stuff like that Log has been tweaking very significantly in a way that like makes it feel snappier. So even just in the direction, not just in the length of the shots, but in the choices that they're making with the fade ins, fade outs, the pans and stuff like that, and even some kind of tacky direction choices, like when they're referencing a character, when there's like a wide shot and you want to see like a character's reaction but keep the wide shot, they make this cartoon bubble of like the character show up. They've cut every instance of that. They do that multiple times in Fishman Island in the anime, and Log has basically completely erased it, which is, I think, fair. I think it is kind of tacky. And yeah, I think it works really well. I think it makes it very clean. There's not been any directing choice that I can think of that's like, oh, that was worse in compared to the original, to be honest. And even if there was, the accumulation, here's the other thing, right? And I don't want to the thing about not liking certain cuts or certain choices that Log makes, you have to realize that this is 21 episodes in a cumulative project with hundreds, if not thousands, of creative differences and choices. By creative differences, I just mean like directions for each shot that they're doing, and like you have to be so picky to like think of a handful of things that stood out to you and be like, well, I don't like it. I don't like the whole thing. I just like, maybe it is just because I've been looking at it so closely and I can appreciate all of this. But the amount of good choices that they're making, if you have any qualms about like some cuts that they make here or there, I would still encourage you to try all of it and be like, yeah, compared to the original in a lot of instances, I think it's way more good choices than poor ones. And again, this is just like, I can't even think of that many poor ones. It's more like oh well, I wish there was this was in here, but like I get why it's not, in favor of plot, in favor of things that need to be there, or else the story doesn't work. Again, more people's like kind of reactions and stuff like that, and Fishman who gives a fuck. Oh god, I can't stand looking at these faceless goons. I say faceless because like they're not characters. They are not specifically designed by Oda or at all. They might be in a panel here or there, but not like in a named, dedicated fashion. Anyway, this entire chunk up to here actually is 83 seconds minute 23, and it's a lot of dialogue actually. So I'm wondering if like why they cut this, or like how they. Well, actually, I can see why, because some of this is flashback actually. Yeah, look at this. A lot of this is flashback. So all of this up to like here, I would say. You look so crazy, dude. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And look at this. Like the anime the anime stays on absolute nothing. Like no music, no dialogue, complete silence for 14 seconds. Oh, that looks so good though. Kind of like the little nod up like this. Oh man. And then it cuts to black because it ends on because this is how the chapter ends as well. But I'm kind of curious, because this is going to be a halfway point and not an end of an episode. I don't know. They could probably still hit this at the end of an episode, maybe. I don't know quite where else you would put this scene, like in between all of this other stuff happening. This is a long kind of like confession on Hodie's part and his whole psyche and everything. So it's a pretty long stream of consciousness. I don't know if there's really a good place to interject the Decan thing, but what could happen, it could happen either way. It would probably be at the this and then the eye catch, because again, when they do 2 chapters, they've been pretty faithful and make it the end of the chapter is the end of the eye catch. But I'm saying like maybe this is how like this part is the eye catch, like it happens here, and then after the eye catch plays, they do this scene, and then just flow into the next thing like over here. You know? Oh, potentially. Anyway, but yeah, like there's a whole other chunk here that One Piece also cut out. Yeah, about here. It's another 32 seconds. And it's just a slow pan to Noah, him going up to it, them kind of dramatically and whatever, and then hitting it. But like One Piece just cuts this, so they don't really know what happens. It's kind of like an out of context, and he says what he does, but like visually it's weird. That's another thing that's been very interesting to see with Log's choices versus One Piece. Is like if something is not explicitly in the manga visually, even if it leads to visual continuity that you can follow the story better, One Piece will cut that. But Log will actually like, you know, consider if the scene is necessary for visual language for continuity flow. Like they're just better at making those choices. Or maybe not even just better. Maybe that's not quite the word for it. Because again, I have not really been scrutinizing the sound choices here of how One Piece has been able to dance around making these cuts without, without like disrupting any sound. Maybe if they were able to include these visual cuts, they would. I just think that the cuts, it's been such a consistent pattern with them that I kind of doubt it, to be honest. It's just from my observations of like every episode is very similarly like lopping the whole thing off just because it's not visually in the manga. It's just so robotic, and I had the word for it when I was editing. I had the word for it. There's no thought. It really is just like thoughtless, because you just plainly look at the manga, look at the anime. If it doesn't match in your head, then it's not. Then it goes bye-bye. There's no creative thing behind it. It's purely mechanical. And and that's just not how to do an adaptation, in my opinion. I think it's soulless. Anywho, more of the things like that. Dialogue. Cute Shirahoshi face. It's a 5-second bit of more characters. This pan shot here and whatever. More recap. I don't even say it's recap. It's just like, it's not recap. It's purely like, it's actually just exists. I would just say it's yellow. I'd just say it's like embellishment. So that's like about 30 seconds, 29 seconds. But that'll be, that can be trimmed significantly. 14 seconds in this chunk over here. I'm just looking. Yes. So, funny enough, 632 to 633 is a full one-pace episode. It's rare that the chapters match up with what Log is going to do. Let me check out how long One Pace's episode 15 is. 15, 632 to 633, is 29 minutes 58 seconds. It's 30 minutes. It's 10 extra minutes longer than the episode than Log, and that includes OP, which and OPED, but which like One Pace is the longer OP, but Log has the OP and ED, so they're kind of about the same length, but no eye catch. That's with an eye catch in Log's case, but not with One Pace because they don't do eye catches. Dumbly, in my opinion. Dumbly's not a word. Foolishly is the word. I love eye catches in watching an anime episode. I like knowing what the halfway point is when you're watching it. I don't find it disruptive at all. I know that I'm watching an anime episode, like an episode of anime, especially if the eye catchers are good. If it's just like kind of catchy or whatever, but it's a good like breather of just like, not even just to pause to go get something or whatever, an excuse for that. I'm not even saying, I usually don't even do that. It is just a mental like realizing you're halfway through an episode. It just and a lot of the time the staff actually really write the storyboard around that, and they're like, we want to get to this point by the halfway point of the episode. And even on the production side, there's some, I know at least Naruto, you have cases where the animation director switches between the A part and B part. So it's a very significant part of production sometimes. So I respect it. Yeah, further, this is actual recap. Of course with, yeah. Little trim little bits here and there that they trim things out. Good for you. Good for you. Make it over here. And more, probably just redundant reactions. Who cares? It's another 27 seconds they cut. And then, more just embellishment of the regular Fishman people. Are they just chanting Luffy here, I think? God, it's so loud. Sorry. Yeah, there's no audio. Hold on. Yeah, they're just chanting Straw Hat. Mugiwara, Mugiwara. And yeah, this doesn't, I guess that doesn't happen in the... I don't think it happens in the manga, actually. Let me see. Yeah, they do chant. They actually do chant in the manga. But maybe they just keep it a little bit here. Yeah, there's them chanting. Who cares? I'm sorry. Every time I see these like nameless fishmen, dude. It's just so common of just like as a way to pad out fill out this episode. 34 seconds they cut there, and then another 42 seconds. Giant chunk here. Oh no. So Hody is like, oh, you're chanting him, huh? All right, I'll kill your king. So he has he's reacting, and he's got the sword. Oh boy, and he's got it. Oh, and they're all cheering, and he's got it. He's laughing. They're all reacting. God, oh my God, it's so much. It's just so much. And then you have this moment here, which, slow motion thing. Of course, One Piece is going to cut this part out, but maybe Log will probably do the same thing. And that's another thing that they've been doing is like a lot of these like filters, like complete blue filters, they've been erasing a lot. They've just been kind of not doing that. It's just like, oh, because time slows down or something, and whatever. A lot of like the interlacing here, like the way this looks really great, and I wonder if they're gonna like speed that up. I believe this is in the next episode. I said that last time, but let's see. Oh, come on. Am I wrong twice? Am I wrong twice? I am. Arg! Arg! Arg, that pisses me off. Whatever. I do think they're going to keep this shot because it looks really nice. But they'll probably remove the blue filter. But yeah, like there's slow motion and crazy. Oh my God. And then this incredible, like the Sheeta, I believe it's Sheeta that animates this. Oh, it's awesome. Might cut this part. One Piece doesn't, but probably will cut this part. This is a cool Sheeta as well, I believe. But look. Like they take so much on it. Oh my gosh. They stop right here. At 3 seconds. Because you hear like a noise, and then he zooms in. Ooh. With the, oh, this is really cool, but I'm not sure how much they're going to keep here. And then it's Megalo choking for 12 seconds. For 12 seconds, you which is, cool build up. You're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Holy crap. I don't know if it's going to be 12 seconds in log, but, fair. And then One Piece gets another 4 seconds. Yeah, because they have again, this is all Sheeta. Probably like starting like maybe even here. But they have this whole thing. And then yeah, like this is just how it's played. So we'll see about the timing on log. I think it'll be interesting. I think they know quality, when they see it. So I don't know if they're going to be touching this pretty much at all, but we'll see. I think they might affect the timing or something. Pretty friggin' epic. Will they, keep all... What is this? From the beginning of the shot to when he hits the wall, 2 seconds? Will they shave a second? Probably. They've been shaving like a second almost off of so many shots. And, extending shots in other instances, too. Like, they're just playing with the timing in both ways. Mostly cuts. Mostly trimming down. Which is fair. Oh, look at all of this. Probably cut that shot. Haha. Both of them. Yeah, probably just, like, do that. And then that. Really cool. Probably cut that shot. Yeah, get to her. Cut these guys. Yeah, I would probably like do that and then write to Jinbei, I would say. Just so that like, he has the context. And then the context. Oh, I'm going. Fucking awesome Nami. She's got the thing. Yeah, they'll probably cut these fools. Like, oh, They'll probably just go right from here to like right here. Oh, the cuffs came off. Right. Yep. Very cool. And then even just probably cut that part and just go right to the cut this shot. Like that. God, who cares about you? Why is there more shots of you than like Robin? I don't, pretty cool gown cannon. Get rid of you. Bada boom. This is where they belong, like just explode, fodder for fucking whatever. It's an okay, an interesting drawing of Jinbei. Not a great shot of Fukaboshi either. That's honestly a pretty cool shot of gown guy. Yeah. Yeah, this is in the remaster. I know I've said that again, but this time I am dead positive. It's right there. Yep. Yep. And then everybody's reactions, very, very slow realizations. And I don't know how much of this will be there, but we'll see. I don't know. I would be curious. I want to kind of see what they... I know you can't hear anything, I don't think, so... Yeah, so let me listen in to what they say. I think Chopper say, hey, look at that. Crazy people. Are all these people our enemies? Mina Tekidayo? It probably. Oh, there's probably 100,000 people there. That's a little tough, from Brooke. Doesn't matter to me, says Zoro. I'm gonna cut all of them. It's like, yeah, okay, we know that. Like, no shit, dude. There's a reason Oda doesn't need to put that in his manga. It's certainly hype or whatever. But like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be really cool if they don't say anything. Maybe include this shot, but like, just go straight into just like, them showing up and then them walking. And I think them walking like this is really cool. They'll probably redraw a little bit of this, but but like, yeah, like I think keeping them wordless would be cool. And what does Frankie say here? I really don't know what he said. Uzu Sutsuna. Let's go. He just said Yarodamo? That's fucking what Luffy's supposed to say. Why is he acting like the captain or something? Whatever. Oh my god. This thought fucking nauseates me, dude. Like, and it's not because it's drawn poorly. It's because these are all peons that no one gives a fuck about. I actually, would prefer, a drawing of these guys, kind of, like a poor drawing of these guys, than, a really good drawing of these guys. Like, if this shot was great, I would not care. More than I would care about, a not-so-great shot of these guys. I would like this shot more than if this shot was fucking pristine. It's about who is being drawn, not how well it's being drawn, in my perspective. Honestly, really cool. I hope they kind of fix that walk cycle. It's not great. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Kind of a dumb shot of... They're like, yeah, we're here too because we stay on the ship. God, it's not good. And then, whatever. Okay. You got the episode now? Meep. Oh, where are you at? Yes, you do. It's time. Whew. All right. No one's here, so we're gonna just go, okay? 5. Oh, well, let me just scroll up to the thing. Get it ready. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Of sorts. Okay. They got the VTuber OP. All right, let's see if they keep some of the net capturing shit. Oh, cute. Uh-huh. Oh, they don't. They cut all of it. All right. The cuts must have just been too clunky. They cut this whole this little. They were drawing a big crowd. It's not something every day somebody die. You get to see somebody die. Okay. I get that. Yeah, that's totally fair. In the way that that's revealed, I think it's totally fair to cut that other filler completely. It's just redundant. Oh, look at that! They do show it! Amazing! Amazing! There it is. Yeah, it's because because the flashback. Okay, yeah, so they just kind of fit that in there. That's perfect. I bet I wonder if One Piece even did that. Or if it's in the original that they just show it twice. I don't know why they would show it twice. Oh, they cut a bunch of panels there of him commenting on his appearance. Yep, they cut the long, some 20-second sequence of the guys coming out. Yeah, that's great. The direction there of the bubble popping. There it is. Yeah, yeah, they do show the arm. Perfect. Oh, yeah, her brother. Yeah, the One Piece made the same cut. Interesting that they cut the dialogue of him saying I paid the guy. Yeah, they cut all the dialogue of him being like I shot her myself and then I killed him. Ooh, they kept that panel. Cool. Oh, let's see how they do this. Yeah, they go right to this part. Great timing with the music. Okay, yeah, and they are gonna put the Vanderdecken scene um, before the eye catch, but they'll probably hit the eye catch after this. Yeah, and you do get to see him touch it, of course. There it is. And they're at 10 minutes. Plenty of time. Easy money. Maybe they'll do a little bit extra. I mean, I want them to end on you decide for yourselves, but like, god damn, they got so much time. Yeah, they do show a bit of the flashback, but just enough. Let's see how much they cut of the of her talking to him. Oh, great track. Great fucking music track. Oh my god. Ooh, really cool looking. I love the distortion on the camera. And I'm gonna cut. Let's see how much they cut of the chanting. They keep a fair deal of it. Maybe, I think. Yeah. This is interesting. The manga doesn't have him use a sword. In the anime, it does. That's very interesting. Okay, how much of that? How are they going to handle this? Oh, there's the filter. Oh, they kept that shot. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're keeping a lot of it. They're going to do 12 seconds of Megalo? No. That was a great cut. That was a great way to do it. Yes. Wow. The thickness of the lines look great on the cut. Yeah, they cut they kept the entire thing of him zooming in. Oh, they're keeping the whole thing. They know quality. Oh, they kept both of the shots there. Yeah. Ooh. 19 minutes. Oh boy, I think they're gonna cut the walks. Woo! That's a redraw. Woo! And the locks. No, they kept the. Okay, they. Wow, I'm wrong. Oh man, it's at 20 minutes. Yep, they're playing overtaken. Yep. Oh, they actually cut the shots of the. I'm so wrong. Like I'm just backwards, man. I'm like, oh, they'll keep these shots, but cut these shots, and then they don't. They do the opposite. Ooh. Oh my god, it's a 21. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yep. Walking. There they are. They cut the they yeah, they made the shadows though. Yeah. Yeah, they got it. They kept it. Perfect. Oh, they did. But the shadows are perfect. The shadows are make it so much better. Ooh. Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Oh, yeah! That was perfect. They nailed it. They did it. Sasuga. Omedetou. God damn. Again, it's like, at least I've gotten pretty much. I think I've done a pretty good job with predicting the stopping points for the most part. I think I've been off once or twice, but man, they do a really great job. Really incredible shit. Oh man. And it really works to do those two chapters in one episode. I think this chapter, like 633, deserves its own episode, but the other episode doesn't. The other chapter doesn't really warrant its length and for the entire episode, because all you have is like the I knew at the end of that's the one nugget that you need. So putting them together is just perfect. I think that was very superior. Okay, next episode preview. That's not enough for me. Okay. Oh my god, Jinbei is huge! I don't remember him being that huge. Okay, so definitely uses Conquerors right here. I don't even know if that's like a new cut. Interesting. But yeah, they're definitely gonna do. So the Conquerors happens in the first chapter. So let's see what we can glean from the second chapter. We do at least see Frankie getting out his motorcycle. So I don't think that happens in this first chapter. No. You do get Brooks Festival. You do get a Tatsumaki. You get obviously still more Brook. You get some Sanji. Because he can skywalk. You get the big spank. Or the Gigantes de Mano. Stomp, right. And then, yeah, there's Frankie's motorcycle with the tank. With Tsurumeya at the end. Now. You do get some Nami, so maybe let me see if there's some Nami in. Yeah, so let's see if Nami squabbles up. Let's see if she squabbles up at in the second chapter here. Well, he does do. There is the part like, now we'll have some fun. I'm the pilot. It's showtime. Maybe a little bit in there. Let's see. Okay, so this is the third chapter here. I don't necessarily think that they're going to go this far. He does turn into General Frankie at that point. But there we go here with Nami showing off some of her tact. And the gust sword and everything. So perhaps... Yep, the Tatsumaki, yep, yep. Yep. Oh, okay. I think I think the two of them geeking out right here. This is probably just the tank. I would say this is probably the tank. Yeah, because I think the three of them are what get into it. Yeah, there's the tank. Oh, oh, no! Look at that. There's the hands. Right here. I think that means they're going into. They're going to do a little bit of some General Frankie, which happens 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages in, and then 7, 8 is Nami over here. But then after that, you also get Chopper's form, and then the two of them hold off these guys while he kicks Hodi's ass. I'm burning with rage now, and then Arc shows up at the end. So like, I think they could feasibly do 3. There isn't a whole lot in the preview that like guarantees they'll get to 3, but that's a good stopping point. And like, I think that the arc is a great stopping point, and it's literally the end of volume 64. But yeah, there's a lot here, and they might cut a ton. Like, they could very well like condense. Like, this is probably very quick. Like, these 2 pages of Luffy walking up to Hody like this. Very easy, very quick to get through, I think. And then there's a 2-page spread, which is also fairly quick. They could even cut the 3 things on the side here. Maybe, because it's just reactions to the arc. Yeah. I do think that they could get through all of this in one episode. And they have to, because they just did 2 this past episode. So they have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They have 5 episodes to wrap this shit up. It's crazy. So they have to do... So we're under the stats. 16, we just watched, they did those 2 chapters. And so it looks like for Red, for chapters, it looks like they're going to do 634 to 635, 6? Yeah, 3 chapters like that. Dude, and that leaves... that leaves 4 episodes to do 637 to 654. I gotta put like somewhere on the bottom here. 37, 38, 39, 40. 18 chapters left. 18 to go. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 7, 8, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. 18 to go. 18 chapters in 4 episodes is madness. But like, it's not, but like, I really don't know. I really don't know what they do there. That's crazy. That's blitzkrieg. I really think I should really go into this and specifically read this next material here, like volume 65, and really try to figure this out and try to guess what they're going to do here. I'm still kind of baffled that this is how it's going to happen. Yeah, but we'll see. But they just nailed it. I think they really just nailed a really crucial moment. So we'll see how they do. Thank you guys for watching the VOD. Oh my god, I finally... the chat... Been a minute since I caught these. Sorry for not being here much. Yo, we were robbed from a crazy Hunter x Hunter anime ending. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm so happy people actually got in the chat by the end of it. I wasn't even checking from like the episode or whatever. Oh man, but I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate anyone watching the VOD. Thanks guys so much. I'll see you next week. Hopefully I can like, hopefully I can maybe have a plan for it. It's like the K Kakudori of what we're gonna try to, what they might try to do next time from here on. We'll see. All right, good peace.